this is Suraj Prakash Yadav. Today I am going to tell you about inheritance in Java. So we are going to continue with the topic. Question comes is, what is inheritance and why we need to go for inheritance? There are so many advantages in Java or in any OOPS concept regarding inheritance. When it comes to inheritance, question comes is like, is it compulsory, or is program is very lengthy, or what happens if I will not use inheritance? So you are going to understand all these things and you will have a clarity about inheritance. First of all, let me tell you, there is nothing like it's a very big programs are there. There's nothing like it is compulsory or not. Good thing about inheritance is it provides us reusability of code, so we can reuse it, and big tasks we can simplify in a better way, and we can continue with our programming aspect. So let us continue with the concept. What is inheritance? You should know first. Always keep in mind that the mechanism of deriving a new class from an already existing class is called inheritance. So you notice here there is one term I have used, deriving a new class. From where? From an already existing class. Means if class is existing, then we need to derive it for further addition of the concepts in a block in a new class or derived class. Fine, that is. Why we need to do that? As simple, we need to reuse the code. We need not repeat the code, we need not write the code. That is the benefit of it. So what is that new class which is being created? The new class which is created is called derived class, and the class from which a new class is being created is called as base class. So what it indicates, if I have, let's say, two class, I have a class A, I have a class B, then if I perform inheritance, don't write inheritance while working with the code. It is only for you to make you understand. I have written here. So from class A, class B is being created, and this is a base class. So this class is called as a base class, and this class which is newly created from A is called as a derived class. So when I say derived or base, we can also call as a parent class and child class respectively for parent class and base class and derived class. We need to perform, or we can perform inheritance from an existing class. We can reuse the data members and the methods of a base class which is available, which is being created, which is being declared. In a derived class, we can add extra additional things as per our requirement and need. Whatever we want to do, we can do. Example, if I have a class A and if I have a class B, and from A, class B is being created. If class A has, for example, one method, let us say, or instance variable, let us say A1, and B has, let us say A has A1 and B has B1. When we perform inheritance, then this A1 will be available here. So if you have written a function F1 in class A, F2 in class B, when we perform inheritance, the functionalities or complete F1 will be available here as well. So we can have here F1 plus additional we can method we can add from our side, plus additional method we can add from our side, plus additional method we can add from our side. So I hope this is clear to you, and how to implement and all you are going to see. Right. Why we need to go for inheritance? So you can see first point, inheritance in Java provides us reusability of code. The derived class can reuse the existing code of the base class. So we have a facility of reusing the code. We need not rewrite again. We need not bother of having repetition and all. We can just make use of the existing code by using inheritance. Next very important thing is, if we want to implement, let us say, method overriding, we are bounded to use inheritance. So if you want to perform inheritance, we need to go for method overriding. With this, we can achieve one important concept of OOPS, that is a polymorphism. And here, with this, we can achieve runtime polymorphism. And with this, we can have abstraction as well. If you are working with the abstract class, compulsory you need to have inheritance, where a child class or a derived class needs to implement it. No. If you're working with the next is abstraction. Abstraction, no. Abstraction. Abstraction, if you're working with abstraction, if you are working with the abstract class, you need to have one class which will provide body for your abstract methods. And always keep in mind, because we cannot instantiate abstract class, we need one class which will inherit the class and provides the new definition to the body of a method. So we have so many benefits of inheritance. So as of now, this thing I have shown you. Now question comes is, do we have types of inheritance? Yes, we have types of inheritance. Number one, simple, single or single level inheritance. Second is multi-level inheritance. We have one more type of very important inheritance, that is OOPS concept. It is a multiple inheritance. But here if you notice that Java does not support multiple inheritance. We have one more type of inheritance with the name hierarchical inheritance. We have fifth type of inheritance, hybrid inheritance. Being a programmer, very carefully you will be doing some kind of programming while working with the hybrid inheritance. You cannot simply take any type of inheritance. As name suggests, you can combine any two type of inheritance and you can continue with that. But very cautiously and carefully you are going to do programming when you're working with the hybrid inheritance. Right. So we have types of inheritance. Let's discuss on all those things. We have first type, single or simple or single level inheritance. So you can see here in front of you, you have a class A and class B. Two classes are there. Means what? This is a base class and B is a derived class. So two classes are there, where class B is derived from class A. What is that you should understand here is, if class A has, let us say, one instance variable A and one method, let's say M1, and B has B instance variable and method M2, and body is there. If we perform inheritance at this point of time, after inheritance, along with B and M2, A and M1 will also be available here. That is what we are talking about inheritance. How we are going to perform? Anyhow, you will be seeing, but we need to perform by using keyword extends. So this you should not forget, that we use a keyword extends to perform inheritance. Coming to multi-level, you can see here we have a class A, we have a class B, and we have a class C. What it does, we are performing multi-level inheritance. Means if you have a, let's say, A in class A, B in class B, C in class C, three variables I have taken. If you perform inheritance from A to B, A will be available here in class B as well as B. If we perform further inheritance from B to C, along with C will have A and B all together here. Can I say this is a base class for B? Yes. Can I say this is a derived class of A? Yes. Can I say B is a base class for C? Yes. Can I say C is a derived class of class B? Yes. Can I also say C is a grandchild of A? Yes, we can say that C is a grandchild of A as well. What is the more benefit of this? Let us see. So what are the more benefits of this? Let us see. If we have, let us say A here, B here and C here. Because we have performed inheritance, A will be available here. Because from B to C we have extended, we have A and B also available here. Then in this situation, all functionalities of A, B are available in C along with the functionalities and features of C. We need not create object. If you want to create, you can create, but we need not create object of class A and B. Just we can create object of class C as well, only class C. If you want to create for A and B, there's nothing wrong in that. We can continue with that. But as of this example, if you create object of class C, we can make use of all the functionalities and features of A, B and C class by using object C. One more thing. What happens, let us say, if I have let us say for example, roll number here. I have a name here and my marks is there, or my employee ID is there, my name is there and my account balance is there. I don't want this account balance and marks to be shown to a child class. Do we have any provision? Yes, we have a provision. So if you want to hide certain things that base class should have within itself, it cannot be further extended. We can declare it as a private member. We can declare it as a private member. Next one. Third one is a multiple inheritance. As you know that Java does not support multiple inheritance, but because it is a OOPS concept, you should know that Java does not support multiple inheritance. Keep in mind. So as simple as that, when we create from more than one base class, one child class, or one child class has more than one parent class, then such type of inheritance is called multiple inheritance. Coming to down, hierarchical inheritance, we have from one base class, if we derive multiple child classes, then it is called as hierarchical inheritance. So we can have as many we want. We can create child class from a single base class, from a single class. This is called hierarchical inheritance. Now, as I said, very carefully we should implement while working with a hybrid inheritance. What I mean to say is, if we have, now I hope you are clear with the types of inheritance. So if we are working with a single inheritance, it's okay. If you are working with a multiple inheritance, it's okay. There's nothing wrong in these two. Even if in case of hierarchical inheritance, there is nothing wrong in working with a multiple classes like this. It's fine. But what precaution I'm talking is, see this example first. So we have, let's say class A, class B, class C and class D. We have one more example I'm showing you. So while working with this kind of scenario, you should be very careful how to use or which to use. So you can see here, and one more thing I'm showing here, you can see. So you can notice here, so A, B, whichever name you want to give. So as you know, the name suggests hybrid. If I am combining one or two types of inheritance or different types of inheritance we call as a hybrid inheritance. If you notice here in this example, this is one type of inheritance which is called as multi-level. But if you see this segment, it is a multiple. When Java does not support multiple inheritance, if we go for this kind of implementation, we'll be at high risk. If you see this type of inheritance, it is a hierarchical inheritance. But what is this down one? This is a multiple inheritance. When Java does not support multiple inheritance, even this will be not a good idea. You see this one? This is a multi-level inheritance, or till here you can say multi-level inheritance, or till here. And this part is nothing but a hierarchical inheritance. So we should very cautiously and carefully plan to work and code with the hybrid inheritance. Next, coming to syntax, how we create how we write a program and how we inherit a program. So to perform inheritance, we need to use a keyword extends. How? We need to write a class keyword, derived class name. Extends is a keyword to extend the base class. We'll write here base class name. And whatever the functionalities or the methods or the members you want to write, you can write within a block. So this is a small thing, keep in mind. Let's proceed. Right, we have a single level inheritance. So as you can see in front of you, I have a class A. It has its own functionalities. So to derive a new class B, we need to write this line. Class B extends class A, and it will have its own functionalities. When we are performing inheritance, we are going to have all the features, all the methods that are publicly defined there will be available in a derived class. If I create object of class B, let us say it's a B1, then by using B1, I can access all the methods of, let us say here method is A1 of base class, let us say here method is B1. So I can have with the B1 dot A1 B1. B1 we cannot take here, let's say B2. So I'll say B1 B2, like this we can access. So we have a good option of creating only one. So we have a good option of creating only one object for a derived class, and we can use the functionalities of base class and derived class together. Right, so let us see the next type. It is a multi-level inheritance. Here you can see in front of you, you have three classes, class A, class B and class C. So from class A, class B is being derived, and from class B, class C is being derived. How will perform this inheritance? So we have class A with all functionalities. It contains, so you can have data members and methods for class A. Likewise for B also, we have the data members of B and as well as methods of class B. If you are performing inheritance, now you are aware that all these methods will be available here along with the data members and methods of B. From B, if you want to create class C, we'll extend B to C like this. So class A, class B extends class A, class C extends class B. So you can go for as many levels down you want. You can keep going on this. In this one, if we create object of class C, that is enough to work with to invoke all the methods of A, B and C. How? If C1 is object of class C, we'll say C1 dot method name of class A, C1 dot method name of class B, C1 dot method name, C1 dot method name of class C. Next one, similarly, we have hierarchical inheritance. In this, we have one parent class A. From A, multiple child classes we have derived, that is class B, class C, and class D. Syntax for this is class A. From A, we are creating a class B, so we'll say class B extends A. Again, from A only we are creating a new class C, we'll say C. Class C extends A. Class D extends A in case of fourth one. So this is how we can work with the hierarchical inheritance. So we have a program for you, demonstration of single level inheritance, and we have a demonstration for multi-level inheritance. So in next slide, so in next presentation, in next video, I am going to show you a live demonstration of with a program with a single inheritance or single level inheritance and multi-level inheritance. Thank you everyone. Do subscribe our channel. Do not miss the next video.